It's day 2 of renovations. Yesterday we just did a little bit of prep work and we were still moving things in, but I'll show you the kitchen. That's where we're starting with. We're gonna be painting all the cupboards and then replacing the floor, the countertops, and the backsplash. So we just started prepping. We're about to finish sanding and then start priming. And for primer, I'm gonna be using the shellac-based primer by Zinsser. It'll help block in everything, as well as I went ahead and sprayed everything with bleach and water just because the previous owners were heavy smokers, so we wanted to help get rid of that smell. We're also going to be painting this wainscoting here, so I did go ahead and just spray it with the bleach to help get rid of the smell last night. And then I just need to remove these electrical outlets, and I already removed the trim, and then the floors are going to be removed, so I don't need to worry about getting any paint on them. And then this whole kitchen will come together. So we did go ahead and remove the cabinets yesterday, and I started wood fiddling them, so I'll show you guys that. So the cabinets are just over here. They had handles on them originally, but we're going to be changing them to knobs. So I just went ahead and started wood filling the hole that we're not going to be using there. And to do that, I used some Carpenter's wood filler. So then today we can sand that off and sand all the cupboards. So let's go back inside and start priming the kitchen. We are making some progress on the kitchen here. Mr. Furniture Flip is still priming. We need to finish priming over here, and then this wall over here, we're just waiting because we're gonna be getting a new fridge that might be a little bit taller, so we might have to reconvert some of this stuff. But for now, we have started priming everything, and we don't usually prime the inside of cupboards, but we've decided to just because of the smell. It's gonna help block everything and just make it look super crisp. So it is day 3, and we are still working on the kitchen. We're gonna be ripping out the backsplash and hopefully doing our DIY range hood. We bought a new one yesterday that we're gonna put in. We have to raise it a little bit, so I'll show you guys that. But let's get started. My dad over here is starting to rip out the old backsplash. It's really gross because you can see the original color there, and it's yellowed over the years. So it's gonna be really nice to get that out. So now that we got all of that taken out, we're gonna finish priming the upper cabinets. We have to do 2 more coats of primer before we can start painting. Wainscoting has been sanded and cleaned. I'm gonna go ahead and prime it, and I'm using the same shellac-based primer that we did for the kitchen. We're gonna be painting the walls, so it's okay that I'm getting it on here. So now I'm officially out of primer. We need to pick up some more primer and paint. We are now ready for paint. It's the next day. Last night we finished priming everything. I got all this wainscoting here primed, so this is gonna be painted as well. And I went to the Benjamin Moore and I got our paint. So for the bottom cupboards, I'm gonna be using this green color here. And this is the advanced line in a semi-gloss finish. And for the upper cabinets, I'm doing white and chantilly lace. Because we're gonna be doing the insides, and I'm also gonna be using this for the bathroom, and I'm gonna probably use this for some other projects. We just went ahead and got the liters or the gallons. That way we have enough paint to last. And then over here we haven't primed it yet because the new fridge is gonna be a little bit taller, so we have to cut this out. And then over here, we are going to be putting a microwave up there. So for now, we haven't started this side because we still need to do some configurations first. So we're just focusing on the rest of the kitchen. That way we can get all our stuff in here and start using it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some 220 grit sandpaper and just sand all of this out and clean it before I start painting. So I have the green ready for the lowers. We just finished doing the upper cabinets. We just did those in chantilly lace, and we also did the insides as well. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the lower cabinets and do the insides as well. So we are out at Home Depot right now getting some supplies for the kitchen. We got the fridge and the sink and a new range hood, so I will show you guys that, and I'm super excited to get it all together. It's gonna be a slow process, but it's day 2 now and things are happening, so it's really exciting. We ended up getting a coat on the wainscoting here, and then a coat on the lower cabinets and the upper cabinets here. So it's starting to come together, and we're going to be replacing the countertop and backsplash, so that will come soon. But I'm loving this green color. I can't wait to rip out the floors and see it with the new floor color. And I think we're going to take tomorrow off, but then we're going to be back working again, and I'll update you guys on the renovations. So we ended up picking up some supplies, but we were getting ready to work on the dining room wall, so I'll just flip the camera around. And we started to try to figure out our measurements. I do have a laser level. I'm going to try to set that up so that we can get an accurate measurement for each square that we're doing. I'll put some inspiration photos. This wall is just pretty blank, so we want to just give it some simple detail, and we went to the local Home Hardware to pick up the supplies. So we've started to get our pieces up. For right now, we just nailed them in with some little nails. To glue these, I am going to be using my Gorilla wood glue. We are just going to stick some glue on there and then nail these pieces in and then prime and paint them. So my dad is just over here finishing up this last box. And then I was going to add one over here, but I think for now we're just gonna leave it and see how it looks. Mr. Furniture Flip is over here getting the primer ready for the walls. That way we can hopefully start painting. So it's the next day now, and we've decided to paint the inside of these drawers. They just go right over here. We just want them to be like fresh and clean, so we are gonna go ahead and prime and paint them. They're gonna be painted the same green color. My mom is just working on that over here. You wanna say hi?
Hi.
So hopefully we can get that done today, and then we're also gonna be painting the walls in here. And we're also going to be ordering our flooring, so I will show you guys that, and then let me know down below what flooring you would pick. So I've started painting or priming our room. I am going to be priming all the walls, painting it, and just giving it a quick refresh. So I'm just working on that now. I just have to keep removing all the trim and then cover everything with plastic. So we're gonna go ahead and paint the walls now that we got everything primed. To do that, we're gonna go ahead and use Regal by Benjamin Moore. We are using the color Chantilly Lace. I think all the info is on there. And I just have a microfiber roller and a zebra brush. This is the angled one. So we ended up painting our room. We ended up doing 1 coat of primer just to kind of block any smells or anything that was from the previous owners. And then we did 3 coats of paint in Chantilly Lace. I ended up building this table last night. I just wanted something super like small thin that I could use to kind of just get ready. So I got my mirror up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some shelves up. And I also have some hooks here. So for the shelves, I'm just using these IKEA brackets. I believe they're around $2 or so. And then so once I get this area done, I just have to figure out something for our bed. I'm thinking even painting like a faux headboard here. We'll see, but for now I'm just kind of focusing on this little area, and I'm loving this table. This wood was all salvaged from the property. This is old barn board that I used on top, and then I just used a polyurethane to top coat it. And then I ended up painting the base. If I can find the name of this color, it's the Advanced line by Benjamin Moore. I'll put it on the screen. So I'm loving that kind of barn rustic look for in here with the vintage gold mirror. Okay, so I have quite a few things here I need to kind of style and get situated. Some of it is practical stuff, and some of it is just decor, just because I really want to make this room have a really cozy, kind of simple cottagey vibe, but also be functional. So I'm going to go ahead and start styling some of our necessary items and some decor items into this area, and then probably clean up our nightstands and just kind of organize everything. Okay, so for now, I just kind of have it styled like this. Nothing too crazy. We have just some functional items on there. I left some room here because I do want to get some type of organizer or container or box or something for my makeup, because I do want this area to kind of be where I do my makeup. And then I might even get like a little light for right above here, just to kind of light up this mirror. There's some on Amazon that are actually just battery operated sconces, so that would probably look good, and it would be in line with the shelf there. I believe they're like 30 bucks. I'll put it up on the screen here if I can find it, and link it down below for you guys. And if I do get that, I'll let you know how it works. Down here, we're going to be replacing the floors, so then we'll add the trim once we do that. But I am loving this little area so far. I also got our hooks up over here. This basket I thrifted, and it's so good for missing socks. So I just keep our missing socks in there. And then when we do laundry, we can try to find sets. And that way we can just hang some more stuff there. I still need to finish organizing our closet. But what we did, because we couldn't fit a dresser in here with our bed, I picked up these plastic organizers from Walmart. I believe they're like $30 a piece. But this way we can have some of our clothes in there. We can hang some clothes. And then, like I said, I'm gonna reorganize this top area. And then also some of that stuff is gonna be going by our computer. So we are slowly making some progress, and then I just need to work on the headboard here, but things are coming along. So now I'm gonna get started on the fireplace. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all this detail here and this original mantle. I'm gonna be doing a textured finish and painting it gray. So I'm just gonna start by removing all this, adding texture, and then I'm probably gonna need to reframe the insert here. So we ended up going with a darker charcoal color for here because it just worked a lot better with the other colors in the space. We're still gonna end up building the unit beside it to hold some wood and storage. And then we ended up creating this piece here with some salvaged wood from the back shed. And then we did one coat of stain for that. And so far we are loving the look of it.
Kept using it, it would have been wet. Crazy.
So right now we're kind of at the point of the renovation where everything is going downhill. Our floor installer backed out, so now we no longer have anyone to put in all the new tile and the hardwood. And then we just found out that the bathroom subfloor and part of the walls have completely been covered in mold and are pretty much disintegrated.